You don't mind us though, right?
No.
No? Not gonna kick us out?
I was like, I'm gonna go talk to Kiefer. I was like, should we go separately? We're like, fuck.
Why would you?
I know, but you were like, everybody's coming in pairs.
They are. Everybody.
And then I'm like, comes in with a pair.
I know. I can leave if you'd like.
No.
Please don't.
No.
Nah, don't worry.
Stay.
I'm not.
Please.
See what I wore for you today?
Hell yeah.
Pre-90s. Pre-90s. They don't even know. They don't even know.
No, nobody has an inclination.
How do you feel about pics?
I feel great.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, Jed's said he would keep them the same.
Yeah.
And even if he doesn't, I don't think it really matters.
What do you do if Austin wins and takes one of them off?
She won't.
You don't think so?
No. That's what her whole thing was.
Oh, okay. That she would keep it the same?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
Oh, because I can't get
If she wins and tells me she's gonna take someone off, I'll put up Brayden.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No,
'Cause it does
and I'll
seem-
tell her Brayden's going home.
Yeah. It does seem like her and Kyle are getting tight.
I know.
So when I saw that, I was like,
No, that's why Kyle needs to go.
oh,
You're
you think
gonna go
Kyle?
I'm surprised. I figured you'd want Ro to go.
It's so tough.
I figured I'd tell you guys now.
What?
If that's what you want.
If that's what you want.
Again, anything could happen in the POV, so
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be, I wanted Ro to be the target, obviously.
So what's
Yeah.
your reasoning behind?
Kyle's just a bigger threat. He's a huge player in this game. He's making a relationship with Austin. He's got a good relationship. Him and the boys, chat game, they don't want him out for some reason.
Okay, we were saying
Who, the
that
guys don't want Kyle out?
No, me neither.
if you guys hate each other so much,
Why are you?
Exactly.
We've noticed them like really kind of,
I know.
and I found it strange that like all of a sudden Ro's starting to kind of want to chat with Beth more.
Yeah.
Kind of like there's.
Ro is scrambling right now.
Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah.
He's
But
probably
yes,
just kicking himself for kicking Jed.
from a game point. Yeah, you're right. That's probably a good move.
Yeah. And again, I don't care if either of them leave. I just don't. It's all out of my hands.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
No, those are like valid points.
just take it as it comes. But just Kyle's relationship with
Because
Austin.
at least Ro is like an obvious sneaky. You can see his sneaky
Exactly.
in the way that he talks.
And he's gonna be a target.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that Kyle would
Glad that
solidify
you noticed that with
relationships.
the boys, because we've been like, we've been like, what the fuck?
Oh, 100%. I'm not an idiot.
Even like, I went
No.
to like,
No, I know. Sorry.
No.
I went to like walk into like the new room and Ro was coming out and he just looked at me and said, no, Kyle and Jed are talking. And I was like,
Right.
and I have found sometimes with them, like when I was like the one morning after we saved you or whatever, and everybody had talked to Ty and Jed. Like I said to them, like, yeah, I'm going to talk to Ty and Jed today. And they were kind of like, well, why? And I was like, well, why can you talk to them? If everybody else in the house has talked to them, why would I not talk to them?
That's right.
No, I know.
Do you know what I mean? Like it was like, but they didn't want me to. They're like, well, what are you going to say? Like, I'm just going to tell them why I voted out LaDoya.
It's none of
Yeah.
their business, really.
Exactly. No. Yeah, I mean, just telling you guys, I told Austin and Brandon everything in my speech was true. I would rather see Ro go.
Yeah. No,
Apology was sincere.
I've literally just been telling everybody, like, I have a really good personal relationship with Kiefer, but he's very tight-lipped right now. Mm-hmm. And that's just the way that I'm keeping it.
Because Ty, Beth, and Jed all said to me they'll vote any one of those two out.
Yeah, I don't think they care either way.
Yeah, they don't care. So I just said, let's just see what happens after POV. I never told them anything.
Did what I say to Ty about Beth get back to you?
No,
It didn't, eh?
no.
Interesting.
That's good to know.
But it's interesting
What
that
is
they
gonna
didn't.
happen
But it's
if next
interesting that
week
they
is-
didn't share that information with him.
Huh? Well, no, it's good, like, if he's actually, because I fully said to him, I'm like, if I hear that it travels, it means it can
Yeah.
trust you. But I do feel like Beth might be being a little bit nicer to me. So Ty may have been like, hey, you've got to build a little bit more with Tera.
Yes, but wouldn't you
That's
share
the
that
only thing
information
that I
with-
worry. Like, if Beth wins, I have no idea what she would do.
She would go for whoever's left from this.
You think so?
I know so.
Okay.
She does not like them,
Okay.
personally.
Yeah.
And she told me, she told me from the get-go after the whole pantry situation, she's like, Keith, if I ever have the chance, she's like, they're gone.
Well, that's good to know. I don't know why I feel like Thursday's going to be a double. And I even said to her, I'm like, it's so risky. Like, I don't even think we should try for it. Oh, it is so risky.
You gotta try for it.
Oh, yeah.
On a whim that it's a double this early,
I think so.
it's too early.
I don't know. I can't shake it.
Tera, you're so paranoid.
Paranoia is kicking it all over the place there.
I just have this feeling that it's going to be a double, and then everybody left will be jury.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, 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 and then it'll be like everybody standing.
I think we'd survive a double. I really do.
I just
Well,
think
I'd advocate and work hard if
I was
our
in this
names were flying
situation
around
in
that.
a double.
I want
Which is
all of us to go
crazy,
through.
is I don't know if people are thinking that we might be working together, but I have not heard your guys' names.
That's good. That's good.
Because last week it was Austin and Braden and Kyle and Ro, just like, because those were the majority of the conversations that were had with Jed and Ty, and like to talk to them.
Which is good because I thought for sure.
Like, how many times they talk to you? What, once or twice?
Yeah, barely.
They
at all.
talk to those other people every day.
Yeah.
Every day they lied to their face. You did it
I
once.
find Austin and Braden dangerous.
Oh, so
Yeah.
dangerous.
Very dangerous.
They're definitely on the radar.
I really like both of them, but they kind of scare me too.
But they're very tight-lipped on their game.
Oh yes.
They don't say much at all. Like, they
No.
don't have...
And they were, once Kyle and Ro went up, they went right to the ball pit with them. So did Vic.
We did too. Just
I
because,
did after.
just because they were cutting up a bunch of good. Oh
But
yeah,
that
we
was
were after. Yeah,
That
we were
was
after.
way. That was after.
It was only Kyle and Rowe in there when we checked in on them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was only
They
those
all,
two.
those four
Yeah.
went.
Yeah.
So,
I think
Yeah.
Ro was a little upset that you like kind of went at his character.
But I kept the same energy, and I told him in the pitch I felt disrespected, and I don't respect him.
Yeah.
Like, how is that might be on TV too? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
So, and I told him when he came up and tried to reason with what he did, I said, I don't respect you.
I do agree with like what you said, that Kyle's apology seemed more genuine.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
that
definitely did.
I don't think that it wasn't that Rose wasn't genuine. It was just like more like
He never
justifying.
said. He never said I'm sorry.
No.
So it wasn't an apology.
Yeah. No. It was like, you know, I did this because.
Yes. He never
Yeah.
said the words I'm sorry.
Which is true.
So it's just like,
There's a difference.
I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I think Ro is paid. I think Ro has a very good job. I've heard him just like randomly say little things about his like startup that he works with.
oh yeah, no, he's
And-
with the clothes that he wears.
I don't think it's a little startup because I did overhear him like he's in Toronto, and he did like kind of be like, oh yeah, like our main head office is San Francisco. That's Silicon Valley. That's where all the big ones are. Like,
Oh no, 100%. And
I
people are
don't
getting
think-
skeptical about Kyle too, saying that he's a student.
and
but he was
unemployed.
Yeah, and he was like, I mean, and it's no secret that Jed comes from a family with money.
Yeah.
He drives his parents' spare Mercedes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Not I.
I have a 2004 Buick Rendezvous.
I got a minivan, but it's dope and the doors are automatic.
Yeah, we also have a
we got
nice.
the automatic doors. Woohoo.
We also have a nice like Explorer too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I could tell. To me, that doesn't even matter at this point anymore.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Because yeah, I know he's cheese, but I've never changed my energy towards that situation, and
Which
I've
is
never accepted his apology.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are telling me that it was hypocritical what I said, but how could it be hypocritical if I've said that to him multiple times?
Yeah.
I literally told him to his face, I don't respect you, and a sorry isn't enough for the amount of disrespect that I felt.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
I said,
Especially with his with the apology that he had.
I was like, yeah.
An apology when it's like, oh, I only did this because you did this.
He blamed Latoya for
Like,
it. He was
if my
just like-
husband apologizes to me like that, that's not a real
It was-
apology.
it was-
no,
That's
exactly.
like hitting somebody
And
and being
again,
like, I
he
hit you because I was just so frustrated
Yeah.
that you didn't take the dishes out of the dishwasher, you know?
Exactly.
Like, it's
That's not
not-
an apology.
he never said sorry
I have to pee
once.
real quick. Actually, just to pee.
You guys can use the bathroom in here anything. I don't care if you poop.
I don't care if you puke in it.
Thanks. Yeah. No, that's it.
Everything's out of my hands now. I can't control.
So if the guys and Beth, if you say to them that you want Kyle, will they vote Kyle, or because if they're so strongly against it, do you think they'll switch to
They're
Roe?
not very strongly against it, but they think,
Because if they switch to Roe,
but
that's
now
going to
that
be a
they
kick in the face.
but they're not going to.
Yeah. Okay.
We need to make Roe think that he is the target,
Yeah.
so we can win back Roe and say, Roe, you know what? Last minute you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of dastardly, but this is a big brother. Kyle's relationship with Austin is what is scaring them,
Yeah.
because they see something.
Those four are always together.
Exactly.
Always.
So it's like, okay, Roe leaves, but Kyle still has Brayden and Austin, so they become a trio. Kyle leaves, Roe doesn't really have Brayden and Austin. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So
No, smart thinking. That's right. I should pee too, actually. It's all that tea I'm after drinking.
I know.
Try and fill myself up.
I really wonder what route Brayden or Austin would go.
they told me profusely, whichever way I want to vote, they will vote.
Oh, no. I mean, if they won next week.
Oh. I'm going to be honest with you. I think they would probably come for you guys.
Yeah.
That's why if you were to win, you got to
Yeah.
think of the people who'd come for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's come down to.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my thought.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking to you as an alliance member. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the feeling I get.
Yeah, because they're very hard to read.
They're extremely hard to read. And if I didn't have HOH, they would probably come for me.
Yeah.
And they still might, honestly. I think me, you, and teens are their options. Because they're not going to take a shot at the big guys.
That's why I almost like... Oh, it's so hard to tell what the hell's going on with Kyle, Rowe, Ty, and Jed. Because it's almost like if one of them comes down and you send Austin out, and then, like, are the boys actually going after each other, or is that smoke and mirrors?
What's that? What I missed?
I think they're going after each other.
Yeah.
Kyle and Rowe profusely told me that they're the only ones who would take a shot at them, and that's why they need to stay.
Yeah. Which I
After
think,
Jed
which
and
I think
Ty.
might
Yeah.
be true. I feel like if one of them comes down, you can smooth it over where they won't look at you.
I don't even care about... Like, I just literally don't want to fuck with those guys. Ever. Like,
That's what I mean, but you need people who will. You know at some point they have to be separated.
oh, yes. Yeah, it's going to happen.
And if it's not going to be Austin and Brayden, if it is possible that Austin and Brayden would come for us because it's easy and they're
Yeah.
trying to play, keep everybody super happy.
Yeah,
We'll just have to see what happens with that POV.
definitely.
This POV, you mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why were you thinking? Roe
No.
being the better target, or?
No, I'm thinking like if one of them gets it,
Yeah.
because I do find Austin and Brayden very dangerous.
Oh, definitely.
Extremely dangerous.
Extremely.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea where their heads are at.
None.
And I think Austin is the key
Oh, yeah.
in the two of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. If
I've
Austin...
watched her kind of like make eye gestures, like get out of it. Like I've seen her do it to him.
Yeah.
When all that shit went down with the flip, and it was like, I think you were in defense. I don't know. You might have been in Destiny when Vic was going off. The yelling thing. There was like, we could only hear like screaming from inside Destiny, but nobody knew. And me and her were like, oh, like,
Should we go
is
in?
Vic just getting like demolished right now? Like we couldn't tell. And Brayden was kind of going, and she was downstairs, and she was giving him daggers. Get down, get. Like she was doing that, and he just.
Oh, I was in Destiny when Vic was going off.
Yeah, and then I kind of caught Austin doing it, and she kind of like changed it, and I was like, oh, should we sit? And she's like, oh yeah.
And Vic
Like
was.
it went
It
from,
changed,
like,
the mood
it went
changed.
from her going like, get to see me back. You know, like where I was
Yeah.
like,
No, they're definitely playing Big Brother. Everybody is.
yeah.
And like, and that was another thing when Colin Rowe came to me. They're like, we're not even playing Big Brother right now. They're like, we took a week off. I'm like, boys, what do you mean?
They're playing.
I was like, what
They're
do you
playing.
mean you took?
Everybody's
I was
playing.
like, that's insulting to me.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you took a week off? I was like,
Yeah.
if anyone took a week off, it was me.
Yeah.
Like, I literally laid in a room by myself for
Yeah.
hours on hours.
Yeah.
I was like, you're telling me you didn't talk game with anybody?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we didn't. I'm like,
That's
boys,
bullshit.
boys, like, how can I trust anything you say?
I mean,
Yeah,
every
yeah,
time you
yeah.
turn around, the boys are with the boys.
Yeah. No, I know.
You know what I mean?
This is a shot at them to see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yep. I hear you.
And I got to take that shot. And again, I had to pick the side that I've been
Yeah. That's
on
fine.
to test their loyalty. And I've been like,
I feel like people know that we're not like. I think people know we're not fully committed,
yeah. I think after
which
this,
could be very dangerous.
I mean, I put up 2 guys who voted to keep me, and I didn't put up 2 guys who voted me out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of telling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So my cards are on the table. Unfortunately. But
But at some point, we are going to have to take a shot at Ted and Jai. Jesus fuck. Ty and Jason.
no,
He knows where I was going.
no, 100%. And I get the feeling that Beth would be very interested to hear that.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
Beth is playing Big Brother.
Oh yeah.
She is
She is, yeah.
playing. And she, you know, just from the couple conversations I've had with her, because like we're all kind of good together-ish.
Yeah.
She's just like, you know, like some big moves are going to have to happen in a couple weeks.
Well, because it's almost if they get too far together, they could be
They're gonna
going back to
steamroll.
back. You know what I mean? Like. You
Oh
know.
yeah, no, I know. Yeah, it's a dangerous game.
Yeah.
But to me, it was just too early to go for them.
No, in the position that you're in.
Oh,
for
no.
sure.
Absolutely.
There's no way I could have done anything.
No,
like
absolutely.
it would have soured my game.